Black celebrities with special needs kids that will shock you. Welcome to our channel, Legends of Black Excellence. Today, we're diving into the emotional, inspiring, and often untold stories of Black celebrities raising children with special needs. Behind the fame are powerful journeys filled with strength, sacrifice, and unconditional love. From autism to developmental delays, these stars have become fierce advocates, not just for their children, but for families everywhere. Stay tuned, you may never look at these icons the same way again. Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton, 57 years old, is best known for her powerhouse voice and timeless hits like Unbreak My Heart and Breathe Again, but behind the spotlight lies a journey that has deeply reshaped her purpose. As a mother of two boys, Toni faced one of her most emotional challenges when her youngest son, Diesel, was diagnosed with autism. Rather than retreat into privacy, Toni did the opposite. She chose to speak out. The diagnosis opened a new chapter in her life, filled with learning, adjustments, and fierce advocacy. She immersed herself in understanding the complexities of autism, committed to giving Diesel the best possible chance at development. Early intervention became a cornerstone of her approach. She credits timely therapy and tailored support as instrumental in helping her son grow into a thriving young man. Using her celebrity status with intention, Toni became a vocal leader in the autism awareness movement. She has partnered with national organizations, spoken at conferences, and continually emphasized the power of being informed, proactive, and compassionate. Her transparency has helped countless parents feel less isolated and more empowered. What's most remarkable about Toni's advocacy is that she never lets the condition define her son. She often speaks of his strengths, resilience, and vibrant personality, reminding the world that children with autism are not broken, they simply have a different way of experiencing life. Toni Braxton's journey as a mother reveals a depth of love and determination that rivals any of her musical achievements. Her story stands as a testament to how fame can be transformed into a force for change, especially when it comes from a place of unconditional love. Holly Robinson Peete. Holly Robinson Peete, 60 years old, is widely recognized for her television roles in 21, Jump Street and Hanjin, with Mr. Cooper, but her most enduring role has been that of a devoted mother and fierce advocate. Her life took a profound turn when her eldest son, RJ, was diagnosed with autism at the age of 3. What could have been a private family matter became a public mission. Instead of withdrawing, Holly chose visibility and action. Alongside her husband, former NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, she co-founded the HollyRod Foundation, dedicated to supporting families dealing with autism and Parkinson's disease. The foundation provides resources, services, and hope to countless families across the country. Her advocacy was born out of necessity. Doctors once told Holly that RJ might never speak. Today, he works with the Los Angeles Dodgers, a powerful testament to persistence, possibility, and parental belief. Holly has always emphasized that children with autism deserve every opportunity to thrive and shatter the limits others place on them. She has written books, spoken on national platforms, and appeared in documentaries, all to challenge stigma and educate the public. Holly's advocacy focuses not just on her own son but on building a world where children with autism are seen, heard, and valued. Her journey is marked by honesty, courage, and unwavering maternal love. Through every high and low, Holly Robinson Peete has never stopped fighting for her son's future, or for the futures of so many others navigating the same road. Tisha Campbell. Tisha Campbell, 56 years old, is beloved for her vibrant performances on Martin and in films like House Party, but off-screen, she's tackled one of the most personal and profound roles of her life, raising a child with special needs. Her son, Zen, was diagnosed with autism at just 18 months old, a moment that shifted everything. At first, the diagnosis was overwhelming. Like many parents, Tisha faced uncertainty, fear, and heartbreak. But she refused to let autism define her son or derail their family's future. She threw herself into learning everything she could about the condition, seeking out the best therapies, strategies, and resources to support Zen's development. Her commitment extended far beyond her household. Tisha became a vocal advocate, speaking publicly about the challenges and triumphs of raising a child on the spectrum. She emphasized early intervention, championing the idea that the sooner children receive support, the better their long-term outcomes. Over the years, she shared her journey candidly, both the struggles and the victories, to let other parents know they are not alone. She's used her platform to erase stigma, promote understanding, and build a more inclusive world for children with autism. Zen's growth and achievements have been a source of pride and proof that love, education, and persistence can break through even the most daunting obstacles. For Tisha Campbell, motherhood didn't just reveal new depths of strength, it turned her into a beacon of hope for countless families walking a similar path. D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley, 62 years old, is best known for his sharp comedic wit and roles in shows like The Hughleys and The Original Kings of Comedy, but behind the laughs is a deeply personal journey shaped by fatherhood. His son, Kyle, was diagnosed with Asperger syndrome, an autism spectrum disorder that affects social interaction and communication. The diagnosis challenged DL in ways he never expected. At first, he struggled to understand Kyle's world. The nuances of Asperger's required him to unlearn traditional expectations and embrace a new lens through which to see his son's brilliance. Over time, DL began to truly appreciate Kyle's unique perspective, his incredible memory, logical mind, and thoughtful demeanor. Rather than shy away from the topic, DL opened up publicly about their journey. Through interviews and even stand-up routines, he's addressed the reality of raising a child with special needs, sometimes painfully honest, often humorous, but always grounded in love. He believes that comedy can be a bridge to understanding, and he's used it to bring awareness to autism and neurodivergence. Kyle's growth became a source of deep pride. DL often speaks about the joy his son brings into his life and the lessons he's learned from him, particularly the value of patience, presence, and perspective. As a father, DL Hughley has become a relatable voice for other parents navigating similar diagnoses. His openness breaks down stigma while highlighting that children with Asperger's, when supported and understood, can lead vibrant, fulfilling lives. Through humor and heart, he's helped shine a spotlight on the beauty of neurodiversity. Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, 65 years old, is a name forever etched in basketball history, celebrated for 5 NBA championships and his legacy with the Los Angeles Lakers. But beyond the courts and bright lights, Magic's most defining role may be the one he plays off the hardwood, being a father to his son, E.J. Johnson. E.J., known for his bold fashion, confidence, and presence in the entertainment world, has also faced unique challenges growing up in the public eye. From an early age, E.J. navigated questions of identity, acceptance, and social perception, experiences that Magic openly embraced as part of their family's journey. While E.J.'s situation isn't defined by a traditional medical diagnosis, the emotional and societal challenges he faced required deep familial support and unwavering love. Magic's response to his son's individuality has been rooted in compassion and inclusion. Instead of hiding or denying, he stood proudly by E.J.'s side, using his platform to promote acceptance and diversity. He became a vocal supporter of LGBTQ+ rights and a strong advocate for embracing children exactly as they are. His message has always been clear: unconditional love is non-negotiable. He frequently speaks about how every child deserves the chance to thrive, regardless of their differences. Magic's advocacy extends to encouraging other parents, especially in the Black community, to support their children without shame or fear. Magic Johnson's story as a father underscores the power of representation and the importance of safe, affirming environments. In celebrating E.J.'s truth, Magic has shown that greatness isn't just about championships, it's also about showing up for your child when it matters most. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal, 53 years old, is renowned for his dominant NBA career, standing at 7 feet 1 inch with 4 championship rings and a larger-than-life personality. But beyond the arenas and endorsements, Shaq has faced a deeply personal challenge that revealed a quieter, more vulnerable side of him, as a father supporting his son Sharif through a serious heart condition. Sharif O'Neal was diagnosed with a congenital heart defect that required open-heart surgery, a terrifying reality for any family. For Shaq, known for his strength and resilience on the court, this was a battle he couldn't fight with size or power. Instead, he leaned into love, presence, and emotional support. He stood by Sharif through every appointment, surgery, and long recovery process, showing the world what fatherhood truly looks like under pressure. This experience profoundly shifted Shaq's priorities. He became more outspoken about heart health awareness and the importance of early detection. By sharing Sharif's story publicly, he helped bring attention to conditions that often go unnoticed until it's too late. His advocacy isn't just about health, it's about family, and the constant reminder that even superheroes have to face their most difficult moments with vulnerability. Through it all, Shaq has remained a steadfast supporter of Sharif's basketball dreams, encouraging him to return to the game stronger than ever. Their bond has become a symbol of perseverance and unconditional love. Shaquille O'Neal's journey as a father reminds us that real strength isn't always physical, it's about being present, staying grounded, and showing up with love when it matters most. Lamar Sally. Lamar Sally, 54 years old, is a television writer known for his behind-the-scenes work in entertainment, but his most meaningful role has been as a dedicated father to his son, Lamar Jr. Born via surrogacy during his marriage to actress and comedian Sherri Shepherd, Lamar Jr. was later revealed to have developmental delays, a challenge that profoundly reshaped Lamar's journey through fatherhood. While navigating a highly publicized legal battle with his ex-wife, Lamar remained steadfast in his role as a hands-on parent. Rather than focus on the controversy, he chose to pour his energy into creating a stable, nurturing environment for his son. He has spoken candidly about the emotional toll and the responsibility of raising a child with special needs, emphasizing the importance of patience, consistency, and love. For Lamar, parenting has meant more than just providing. It's involved advocating for the therapies, support systems, and educational tools that would help Lamar Jr. thrive. He has made sure his son receives individualized care tailored to his developmental needs, and has not shied away from sharing those experiences with others facing similar circumstances. Despite the hardships, Lamar often highlights the joy and pride he feels watching his son progress. He believes that every child, regardless of diagnosis, deserves a chance to grow, explore, and be loved unconditionally. His story is a testament to the quiet, everyday heroism of single fathers who step up in the face of adversity. Lamar Sally's devotion to his son stands as a powerful example of what committed parenting looks like, even when the road ahead is anything but simple. Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Jay-Z, 55 years old, and Beyoncé, 43 years old, are one of the most influential power couples in the world, known for their groundbreaking achievements in music, business, and philanthropy. Yet, behind the accolades and global fame, they are first and foremost devoted parents. Their eldest daughter, Blue Ivy Carter, reportedly faced early hearing issues, a challenge that the couple has chosen to keep largely private while ensuring she received the best possible care. Though details remain minimal, it's evident from their actions that Jay-Z and Beyoncé have always prioritized their children's well-being. They've created a nurturing environment grounded in love, protection, and empowerment. From private medical consultations to emotional support, they've shown that even high-profile families are not immune to developmental concerns, and that proactive care is essential. What makes their journey remarkable is not just how they've managed their daughter's needs, but how they've used their platforms to advocate for broader health equity. Through the Sean Carter Foundation and Beyoncé's Bay Good initiative, they have consistently supported programs that improve healthcare access, especially for underserved communities. Their involvement reflects a belief that every child, regardless of background, deserves the opportunity to thrive. Blue Ivy, now a Grammy Award winner and a budding artist in her own right, is proof of what children can achieve when surrounded by understanding, support, and high expectations. Her accomplishments serve as inspiration for families facing similar concerns, showing that early challenges don't define the future. For Jay-Z and Beyoncé, parenting isn't just a private responsibility, it's a public example of how love, attention, and advocacy can empower the next generation to rise, regardless of the obstacles they may face early on. Taraji P. Henson. Taraji P. Henson, 54 years old, is a powerhouse actress celebrated for roles in Empire and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, but beyond her Hollywood acclaim, she's also emerged as a passionate mental health advocate, driven by her deeply personal experiences as a mother. Her son, Marcel, has faced emotional and mental health challenges, which prompted Taraji to speak out about an issue often silenced, especially in the Black community. When Marcel began struggling with his mental well-being, Taraji recognized the urgent need for support, not just for her son, but for countless others facing similar battles. She quickly realized how stigma and a lack of access to mental health care disproportionately affect communities of color. In response, she didn't just offer private support, she took public action. In honor of her late father, a Vietnam veteran who also battled mental health issues, Taraji founded the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation. The organization focuses on providing therapy, education, and resources to underserved populations, aiming to dismantle the shame and systemic barriers that keep so many from seeking help. Taraji has used her fame not for sympathy, but for solution building. She speaks candidly in interviews and public forums about the importance of therapy, emotional honesty, and safe spaces for young people. Her openness has inspired a cultural shift, encouraging families to embrace mental health care as a form of strength, not weakness. Her journey as a mother isn't defined by fear or silence but by proactive compassion and advocacy. Taraji P. Henson's commitment to mental wellness isn't just personal, it's transformative. She's become a beacon for parents navigating emotional health challenges with their children, proving that visibility and vulnerability can spark powerful change. Usher. Usher, 46 years old, has long been celebrated for his smooth vocals and chart-topping hits like Yeah, and You Got It Bad, but behind the music lies a deeply personal story that changed his life as a father. In 2013, his oldest son, Usher Raymond V., experienced a terrifying accident that could have ended in tragedy. At just 5 years old, the young boy became trapped in a pool drain, leading to a life-threatening emergency. The incident sent shockwaves through Usher's family and served as a sobering reminder of how quickly things can go wrong, even in the comfort of home. Thanks to swift action by relatives and emergency responders, Usher V survived, but the emotional impact was lasting. The experience profoundly affected Usher's perspective on parenthood, safety, and advocacy. Following the ordeal, Usher became an outspoken supporter of pool safety and child protection initiatives. He began using his platform to promote awareness around the hidden dangers of home pools, especially regarding drain entrapments and the importance of supervision. His advocacy stressed the critical need for preventative measures, such as drain guards, lifeguards, and constant vigilance, to save lives. Beyond public campaigns, Usher also became more protective and involved as a father. He shared how the accident reshaped his understanding of fatherhood, reinforcing that being present, alert, and proactive is vital. Despite the trauma, his son made a full recovery, and their bond grew even stronger. Usher's story isn't just one of survival, it's a powerful example of how adversity can lead to purpose. By turning a frightening moment into a mission to protect others, he's shown that parenthood is about more than love, it's about action, education, and stepping up when it counts the most. Tamika "Tiny" Harris. Tamika "Tiny" Harris, 49 years old, is best known as a member of the R&B group Xscape and for her role in the hit reality show T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle, but one of her most heartfelt roles is being the mother of a child born with serious health complications. In 2016, Tiny and rapper T.I. welcomed their youngest daughter, heiress Diana Harris, into the world. However, heiress faced significant medical issues shortly after birth, an ordeal that tested the family's strength and resolve. Instead of hiding their struggles, Tiny chose to be open about their experience, allowing fans a glimpse into the emotional roller coaster of parenting a child with critical health needs. Her transparency helped shed light on the unseen side of celebrity parenting, reminding the public that no one is immune to life's hardest moments, even those in the spotlight. Throughout the journey, Tiny remained hands-on, prioritizing her daughter's health above all else. She emphasized the importance of regular medical consultations, early intervention, and constant parental vigilance. Her ability to stay grounded in the midst of public attention showcased the fierce protective nature of a mother determined to do everything necessary for her child's well-being. As heiress grew stronger, she began to shine as a vibrant part of the Harris family, often stealing the spotlight in social media posts with her charisma and energy. Tiny's openness not only inspired parents facing similar challenges but also reminded her fans of the quiet resilience required to raise a child with special health needs. Tamika "Tiny" Harris has shown that true strength doesn't come from fame or fortune, but from showing up, staying present, and never wavering when it comes to the ones you love most. Daymond John. Daymond John, 56 years old, the visionary founder of Fubu and star investor on Shark Tank, is known for his sharp business acumen and inspiring entrepreneurial journey. But behind the boardroom success lies a more personal mission, one rooted in love, responsibility, and advocacy. Daymond is the proud father of a daughter who was born with a hearing impairment, a condition that shifted his perspective on parenting and purpose. From the moment of her diagnosis, Daymond took swift action. He became deeply involved in his daughter's care, ensuring she had access to the best resources, speech therapy, specialized education, and assistive technologies. He's often spoken about how early diagnosis and intervention were essential, not just for her development, but for giving her confidence and independence. His journey wasn't without challenges, especially balancing a demanding career with the emotional and logistical weight of raising a child with special needs. Yet Daymond embraced it all, using his platform to advocate for hearing health and greater awareness around childhood disabilities. He frequently urges parents to act early, trust their instincts, and never delay seeking professional guidance when something feels off. What sets Daymond apart is his transparency. In interviews and speeches, he doesn't shy away from discussing the emotional side of parenting a child with a disability, the doubts, the fears, and ultimately, the breakthroughs. His willingness to share has helped normalize conversations about special needs within Black communities and beyond. For Daymond John, success isn't just measured in profits, it's measured in presence. His role as a father has revealed a deeper kind of leadership, one grounded in empathy, attentiveness, and unconditional love. Through his advocacy and example, he continues to prove that building a legacy means more when it's rooted in lifting others up, especially your own child. Fantasia Barrino. Fantasia Barrino, 40 years old, the American Idol Season 3 winner, has long captivated audiences with her raw, soulful voice and powerful performances. But behind her success story lies a deeply personal and ongoing challenge, navigating the world of special needs parenting. Her son, Dallas, has been diagnosed with learning disabilities, a reality that has shaped Fantasia's journey not only as an artist but as a mother and advocate. Raising Dallas required more than patience, it demanded a total shift in how she viewed education, development, and what success truly means for a child. Fantasia has spoken openly about the emotional weight of watching her son struggle in traditional learning environments and the determination it took to find the right support systems. She worked closely with educators, explored alternative teaching methods, and created a nurturing environment that allowed Dallas to learn in his own way and at his own pace. Rather than hide his challenges, Fantasia used her platform to shine a light on the educational struggles that many children face, especially in underserved communities. She became a vocal advocate for individualized learning, encouraging parents to fight for the resources their children need to thrive. Her message is simple but powerful: every child learns differently, and no child should be made to feel less than because of it. Fantasia's story is one of grace, grit, and growth. Her advocacy is grounded in first-hand experience, and her voice, once known solely for stirring ballads, is now also a rallying cry for awareness and equity in education. Through it all, she continues to inspire parents to embrace their children fully, celebrate their unique paths, and never give up on their potential. For Fantasia Barrino, motherhood is not just a responsibility, it's a mission fueled by love and unshakable belief. Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes, 61 years old, is widely admired for her sharp comedy, scene-stealing TV roles, and fearless political humor. But beyond the stage and screen, she's also a devoted mother navigating the real-life complexities of raising children with developmental delays. Together with her wife, Alex, Wanda is raising twins, a boy and a girl, both of whom have faced unique developmental challenges. Rather than stay silent, Wanda has chosen to be open about the journey, using her voice to advocate for inclusive education and broader support systems for children with special needs. She believes that every child, regardless of ability, deserves access to quality learning environments that are adaptive, compassionate, and designed to help them flourish. Wanda's experience as a mother reshaped her views on parenting and public advocacy. She began engaging with educators, therapists, and support groups, ensuring her children received the attention and care they needed. Her humor, often a tool for coping and connection, also became a vehicle for awareness, breaking down the stigma that surrounds developmental delays in families. She has spoken about the importance of understanding that progress looks different for every child, and that patience, acceptance, and love are key. Wanda's transparency has helped normalize the conversation around neurodiversity, especially within LGBTQ+ parenting communities where resources and representation are still growing. Wanda Sykes is not just raising children, she's helping to raise a generation that sees difference not as a barrier, but as part of the human experience. Her voice, both comedic and candid, reminds us that advocacy starts at home, and that the most powerful thing a parent can do is stand by their child, no matter the challenge. Monica. Monica, 44 years old, the Grammy-winning R&B powerhouse behind hits like The Boy Is Mine and Angel of Mine, is no stranger to emotional depth in her music. But perhaps her most powerful expression of love and resilience comes not from the stage, but from her role as a mother. Her son, Rodney, has faced significant health challenges that require consistent medical care and close parental involvement. Monica has never shied away from speaking about the realities of raising a child with special health needs. While she keeps many of the details private to protect her son's dignity, she's been vocal about the emotional toll, the importance of advocacy, and the need for parents to be proactive in seeking out the best care possible. Her openness has encouraged other families to ask questions, push for answers, and remain firm in the pursuit of quality healthcare. She often stresses the importance of education, not just in schools, but for parents themselves. Monica believes that being well-informed is one of the most powerful tools a caregiver can possess. She consistently advocates for wellness checkups, medical transparency, and inclusive support systems that help children reach their full potential, no matter what hurdles they may face. In interviews and on social media, Monica frequently expresses gratitude for her son's strength and progress. She celebrates his milestones, big and small, while acknowledging the quiet battles fought behind the scenes. Her experience has turned her into a source of strength and inspiration for parents who are facing similar struggles. For Monica, fame has always taken a backseat to family. Her journey as a mother showcases her unwavering dedication, proving that love, when paired with action, becomes a powerful force for healing, advocacy, and hope. Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley, 56 years old, is best known for making audiences laugh through his radio show, stand-up comedy, and television appearances, but behind his humorous persona is a father who's faced the quiet, emotional complexities of raising a child with developmental delays. Known for his strong Christian values and unshakable work ethic, Ricky has always put his family at the center of his life, even when faced with difficult, often misunderstood parenting challenges. When his child was diagnosed, Ricky confronted the reality many parents of special needs children endure: uncertainty, frustration, and the overwhelming pressure to do everything right. Instead of allowing those fears to consume him, he leaned into learning and loving more intentionally. He quickly recognized that parenting a child with developmental delays wasn't about fitting into conventional molds, it was about meeting his child where they were and adapting to what they truly needed. Ricky has used his public platform to speak candidly about his journey, emphasizing the importance of patience, flexibility, and emotional resilience. He talks about the power of calm communication, understanding behavioral shifts, and being fully present for the small victories that others might overlook. His honesty strips away stigma and helps other parents understand that their struggles are not isolated. More than just a comedian, Ricky Smiley has become a quiet advocate for families navigating special needs parenting. He doesn't pretend to have all the answers, but he offers encouragement by simply showing up, telling the truth, and reminding people that love, consistency, and grace are the real tools of a strong parent. His message is clear: being a good parent isn't about perfection, it's about presence. And through his voice, many others have found the strength to keep going. Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett, 66 years old, is revered for her powerful portrayals of iconic women in films like What's Love Got to Do with It and Black Panther, but beyond her legendary status on screen, she has quietly taken on the role of advocate for children with developmental disorders. While she hasn't publicly disclosed specific diagnoses related to her own children, Angela has consistently used her influence to support causes that uplift families facing these challenges. Over the years, Angela has lent her voice to various initiatives focused on autism, learning disabilities, and the importance of inclusive education. She understands that awareness is only the first step. What truly matters is access to resources, early intervention, and supportive environments where children can thrive. Her advocacy stresses that no child should be overlooked because of how they learn or process the world differently. In interviews and public appearances, Angela has often emphasized the importance of empathy, education, and proactive support, not just for the children, but for the families who walk that journey alongside them. She has participated in campaigns aimed at reducing stigma and expanding opportunities for children with special needs, especially in underrepresented communities. Through her work, Angela Bassett shows that advocacy doesn't always require a personal story. It requires compassion, visibility, and a willingness to stand beside those whose voices are often unheard. Her elegant approach to championing developmental support reminds us that true leadership isn't about headlines, it's about heart, consistency, and the commitment to making sure every child has the opportunity to reach their full potential. Angela's contributions reflect the same strength and grace she brings to her characters, only this time, the impact is off-screen and far more personal for the family she quietly empowers. Cedric the Entertainer. Cedric the Entertainer, 60 years old, has long been a staple in comedy and film, known for his unforgettable roles in Barbershop, The Steve Harvey Show, and as host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But behind the humor and charm lies a more personal commitment, one rooted in advocacy for children with learning differences. As a father, Cedric has openly shared his journey raising a child who faced educational challenges, and how that experience transformed his understanding of what real support looks like. Rather than simply navigating the traditional education system, Cedric became a vocal supporter of tailored learning environments that recognize every child's unique needs. He has spoken about the frustrations many parents face, delays in diagnosis, lack of resources, and the emotional toll of watching a child struggle in silence. These moments pushed him to engage more deeply with educators and institutions, urging them to build more inclusive and flexible models of learning. Cedric's advocacy focuses on access and equity. He believes every child, regardless of their learning abilities, deserves a fair shot at success. Through public speaking and quiet behind-the-scenes efforts, he has worked to break down the stigma associated with learning challenges, particularly within the Black community where such conversations are often avoided or misunderstood. He encourages parents to remain persistent and vocal when seeking the right support for their children. His message is grounded in love, humor, and a deep sense of responsibility, not just as a father, but as a public figure with the power to influence change. For Cedric the Entertainer, the real measure of success isn't fame or fortune, it's ensuring his children, and children everywhere, are empowered to learn, grow, and succeed on their own terms. Kandi Burruss. Kandi Burruss, 48 years old, the multi-talented singer, songwriter, and star of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, has built a career on bold ambition and unmatched hustle. But off the stage and beyond the cameras, Kandi's most meaningful role is that of a fiercely devoted mother navigating the challenges of raising a child with special medical needs. While Kandi has kept many details private to protect her child's well-being, she has been remarkably open about the emotional and practical demands that come with parenting a child who requires extra care. Whether it's frequent doctor visits, therapies, or adjusting family routines, Kandi has embraced the process with transparency and strength, never sugarcoating the realities, but always choosing resilience. She's used her platform to inspire other parents who may be feeling overwhelmed or alone. Her message is grounded in empowerment: love your child without limits, advocate without hesitation, and never let fear define your parenting journey. Kandi emphasizes that it's not about being perfect, it's about being present, informed, and relentless in the pursuit of what's best for your child. What sets Kandi apart is her refusal to let circumstances define her family's spirit. Even amid tough times, she's remained a source of positivity and hope, showing that vulnerability and strength can exist side by side. Through social media, interviews, and her public presence, she encourages families to normalize conversations about children with medical or developmental needs. Candy Burris proves that real power doesn't just lie in awards or achievements, it's found in the quiet moments of sacrifice, the tough decisions, and the unwavering love a parent gives. Her journey reminds us all that supporting a child through special challenges isn't a burden, it's a privilege that reveals the deepest layers of strength and purpose. Phaedra Parks. Phaedra Parks, 51 years old, known for her sharp legal mind and outspoken personality on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, has taken on a deeply personal mission far beyond television, raising a child with unique developmental needs. Her son, Aiden, has required extra care and support to navigate his challenges, and Phaedra has embraced this journey with the same determination and grace that defines her public persona. Rather than conceal the struggles, Phaedra has been open about the emotional and logistical complexities of parenting a child who learns and grows differently. She's committed to ensuring that Aiden receives the therapies, structure, and encouragement he needs, not just to function, but to flourish. Her approach is rooted in proactive parenting, with a focus on early intervention, customized education, and consistent emotional support. But Phaedra's efforts don't stop at home. She's extended her advocacy into the broader community, participating in outreach programs and working directly with families of children with special needs. Her goal is clear: to break the stigma surrounding developmental disorders and to push for environments where all children can thrive, regardless of their diagnosis or pace of development. What makes her story especially powerful is her belief that love and high expectations can coexist. Phaedra doesn't see her son's challenges as limitations, but as opportunities to redefine success, strength, and purpose. She encourages other parents to stay informed, remain vocal, and never underestimate the power of presence. Phaedra Parks proves that advocacy begins with awareness but must be followed by action. Whether through her legal work, media presence, or motherhood, she's using every tool at her disposal to champion a world where children like Aiden are supported, seen, and celebrated, not despite their differences, but because of them. These powerful stories remind us that behind every spotlight, red carpet, or stage performance, there are real lives filled with courage, sacrifice, and deep love. These Black celebrities didn't just face the challenges of parenting children with special needs, they met them with unwavering commitment, turning their platforms into forces for awareness and change. Which of these stories moved you the most? Do you know someone who's walking a similar journey? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If this video inspired or informed you in any way, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might need a message of hope. And most importantly, help us continue celebrating strength, resilience, and Black excellence by subscribing to Legends of Black Excellence. Your support helps us bring more powerful stories to light. Until next time, stay strong, stay inspired, and keep lifting one another up.